be well. So, my life is a constant adventure. For those of you who don't know or watch my videos, I'm constantly talking about how much change I'm going through and what's going on. So now I've moved and I live in the beautiful city of Pueblo, Colorado. You can even see right here, still boxes to unpack. So I thought I would start. I uploaded a video on what I eat in a day for my kids, which I think is kind of interesting for the summer. And then I thought I would make a video about how, like, the process of meal planning. I think that a lot of people talk about, like, here's what my meal plan is. And that's all well and good, but how do you do it? How do you go out and make your meal plan? So I thought I would make like a short video on how I personally make my meal plan, because I'm meal planning today. So I'm just gonna walk you through all my steps.
5 feet.
So step 1 in menu planning is to get input from your family. So we're gonna start with my family. So Dad, is there anything that you want to eat this week?
Fake meat.
Fake meat. So he wants this Beyond Meat chicken. How about you, baby?
Sushi and ribs and shrimp.
Sushi,
Actually,
ribs, shrimp. How about
Actually,
you?
that ground taco meat's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say tacos.
Ooh, tacos. Okay, Persephone wants tacos. And then we're going to look at Dad while Maggie tells us, because she doesn't want to be on the camera.
Don't put me
Maggie,
on the camera.
what do you want to be? What do you want?
What do I want?
Just put your hand over
Yeah.
your face.
Pesto.
Pesto. Is there any other requests, like snacks or anything that you guys want?
Bips.
Seaweed.
Bips, which are like bagel chips, seaweed chips.
Okay,
Oreos
go
would
somewhere
be
else with
nice.
that.
Seaweed chips.
Gluten-free cookies.
Seaweed.
Gluten-free cookies. Okay, so that's our first step in menu planning. Okay, so step 2 is to take stock of what you already have. So I just make a list like this of kind of things that my family has requested throughout the week. You saw some things that they were saying at lunch today that they needed off the grocery list. And then I like to take stock of things that I have in the house already. So I just go around, I look in all the cabinets, and I just check everything out. So I'm gonna move the camera so you can see kind of like what I do. So you can see I have a ton of red potatoes this week, just a ton. Then what I do is every week I make my menu on something that looks like this. It's just a weekly calendar, and it shows what everybody gets: breakfast, kids' lunch, Robert's lunch, that's my husband, my lunch, dinner, different snack options. So you can see in the snack options I put glow bars, chickpeas, brownies, and all of these things. Well, because we're new here, I couldn't find the ingredients for everything. So I still have most of the ingredients for glow bars, roasted chickpeas, and for brownies. So I'm gonna make those this week. So that's stuff that I already have on hand. I also, you saw us make today, I also have tempeh bacon. There's a lot of other leftovers, but this is, oh, I have strawberries. Just, I make a little list of things that I don't want to forget I have. Of course, I have things like cereal and stuff like that, but anything that I just want to make sure I remember so that I'm not going to double buy it. The next thing that I do, and I know that it's always rough to see on a computer screen, but I haven't figured out how to look. So step number 3 is I go to store ads, and I look at the ads and say, is there anything that I'm going to want to buy? And the great thing about the stores here is you can go, and I'm sure the store there, like if you have a Kroger or anything, you can clip the coupons straight into your account. That goes for natural grocers too. So I just go and see, like, okay, strawberries are on sale 2 for $3. Now I have strawberries, but I know they're frozen, so I might just want those. And then I'm just gonna look at all of this stuff and see what is on sale at my local grocer. And I'm gonna compare, this is King Super, I'm gonna compare King Super to Safeway so that as the week moves on, and I'm getting ready to make my grocery list, I know where I'm gonna be buying my groceries from. Okay, so now we've done step 1, which is consult your family. Step 2, which is make an inventory of what you already have. Step 3, look at the ads, because if there's something really amazing on sale, then that may change your whole week plan. For example, I have like a gajillion pounds of potatoes that I got on sale this week, and that's gonna really affect my menu plan. The next step is I like to cook from one cookbook per week. Now, not all the time, I switch cookbooks, but I don't like to jump between cookbooks. That's just too much work for me. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm going to look in my cookbook. This week I'm gonna cook out of the Oh She Glows cookbook. It's 100 vegan recipes to glow from the inside out. So some recipes I'm gonna get from here, some recipes I'm gonna get from my brain, just things that I have that I know my family wants. Then some recipes I'm gonna get from online. Out my menu plan. So let me show you. Just on my sheet here. Like for dinner one night I wanna have potato and chili or something like that. And I'm just gonna sketch it out. I'm gonna look at recipes, I'm gonna do all of that. Now, I ran upstairs and the altitude here is killing me. If I get a recipe offline, I print it because I'm gonna wanna save it probably for later, and I put it into a sheet in here. Now what I always do is I put this on the fridge so the kids are not constantly asking me, what is for lunch? What are we gonna eat? And I also print out a detailed menu plan so that I can keep up with my menus, and so that I know, like if I want to repeat a menu plan or if I want to go back to a recipe or something, that I have it right here in my book. And what that also helps me do is, and I'll show you the finished product, what that helps me do is I write out the menu, and then let's say that I'm going to cook, these are all my recipes I like in this book, that's why I love cooking out of this book, you see how tabbed it is. Let's say I'm going to cook grilled portobello burger, which I actually am this week. So grilled portobello burger is on page 169 of Oh She Glows. So next to on my menu plan, I'm going to write Oh She Glows, like OSG 169, so that I don't have to be looking around and I don't even have to think about it. I just know where to look. So the only two things I ever have to do is have this for my online recipes and this for my regular recipes. And the great thing about that, I know I'm printing them out and I could save them online, and I've considered doing that, but I'm a sloppy cook, you've probably noticed, and I'm really worried about having electronics in the kitchen, so I don't do that. So right now I just put them in my sheet protectors if I have to print out a recipe. Sometimes I do just save them into my Dropbox, or I save them online somewhere, but I find that I end up wasting a lot more paper because then I'm taking like a note on a post-it note or something like that. So that is my plan. I will show you my finished menu plan for the week so you can see how it all gets to get to the final step of menu planning. Okay, so as you can see, I have my whole menu planned out, and then I have it planned out on my computer with the page numbers. And then what I do is, as I'm going through making my menu out of my cookbook, and I actually didn't make any offline this week, I go through and I make my grocery list. So just anything that I see that I need. I don't make my grocery list by section or anything like that. I do have terrible OCD, but not in that way. So however you need to make your grocery list is whatever, but I just make mine as I go through. So for this is my menu plan. I'll post it maybe on my blog. What I'm having this week, we're having oatmeal mostly all week, and breakfast burritos one day, chocolate strawberry smoothie one day, and peanut butter smoothie one day. We're having BLTs for lunch, olive sandwiches, baked potato, tacos. We all have something kind of a little bit different every day. Broccoli and cheese burritos, which are so good. And of course, when I say cheese, I mean vegan. So hopefully everybody knows by now this is a vegan channel. So if I ever say anything and you're like, but I thought you was a vegan, please know I just mean vegan. And potatoes with miso dressing, which is also so good. Then here's our dinners for people who are curious. We're having portobello mushroom burgers tonight. My husband's been having a weird craving with green beans. We're having potato crisps tomorrow night. I got this huge bag of potatoes from a potato farmer, like a local, they're like locally grown potatoes here, and they're so good. And potato crisps, they're in this book. You can get them out of the book. So the potato crisp recipe is in this book, the Oshiko's book. It's so good. It's an appetizer recipe, but we make it up for dinner. We're having tacos one night. We're gonna make summer harvest chili and eat it over potatoes. We're gonna have one night we're not having anything. That's our night that we're gonna eat out. We're going to Denver that night. We're gonna have an empowered noodle bowl and a potato salad bar, which is where we just make potatoes and then load it up. We're having a lot of potatoes this week because I got those special local potatoes. So you can see how I used what I already had, potatoes. And then what I basically did is I've already gone through this book and marked everything that I love. And I just went through and said, what do I want to eat this week? Oh, I want this. I paid attention to the things that the kids wanted to eat that we had talked about over dinner. So I hope that that helps you with your menu planning. And if you have any questions, post them in the comments below, or you can find me on Facebook or on my blog and let me know if you have questions about menu planning. Until next time, live, eat, and be well.
I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and check out my Facebook page and website.